We need a wire for this, Andy?
You got it.
Yes, sir. I'll let you do it.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Okay, go ahead.
You do
take
batteries
questions.
for this one, Brendan. So
Okay, thanks.
Sorry,
Don't worry about the mic, guys, for now. Go ahead, start. Go ahead, Jesse.
Good to see both teams. Jared was just out here saying that he feels this is maybe the deepest team that you guys have had to start the season. I guess, Gabe, just your thoughts on that, and then Nate, for you, not only that, but having this guy who's sitting next to you back in to start the season this year.
Well, I think it's definitely an exciting time of year, an exciting group that we have. Yeah, I'd say it's probably. Does this sound okay?
Yeah. I'm going to pull it park down a little bit.
Where?
Maybe just down a little bit, away from you a little bit.
Okay.
Voice got a little raspy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at our lineup, it's deep, strong, all positions look really good, and I think that's a great start at this time of year. We're relatively healthy, and I think that's huge to start the year off. And we're all excited for camp, and looking forward to see what we can do as a group, and hopefully establish ourselves right off the start and have a strong start.
Colleen, then Corey.
I have to answer.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, I think I'll get the same one. I think yeah, obviously with Gabe back, it's nice not to have any more uncertainty around our whole team. You know, every year it feels like we don't know who's going to be on the team. So yeah, and it's great. We brought back most of the guys. I think we got like 9 new guys last year during the season. So it's hard. You know, it's hard to I don't know, it's just so quick, and we're so busy that you're at the rink, but you're not really spending quality time. So it's nice that we're trying to do that now. Yeah, obviously having Landy back is huge. I just don't think you just can't replace him, obviously, and we knew he was going to come back eventually. So yeah, just tough to compete without him the last few years.
Colleen.
Kind of piggybacking on that, at the end of the season, Joe and Chris both said that, you know, they thought you had the team last year. What is the significant difference from last year's ending to coming into this season with the new players and just the feeling of the room?
Well, I mean, I think you look at the change in the roster from training camp last year to the end of the year. Obviously, like Nate said, it's significant, and you need a lot of things to fall into place. You need just things to bounce your way, I guess, to a certain extent. At the same time, I think the big difference is that we're sitting here now with a deep lineup. And you look at our top 6, and you look at our bottom 6, and you look at our D-core and our goalies. Like, there's just, I see us having a very strong lineup from top to bottom right off the bat. And then I think that's something you can build off of that, right? You start there, and you build the chemistry, you build the special teams right off the bat. You know where guys are going to be. You can tweak things as you go, but for the most part, you can start and set the foundation, and then just build off of that and get better as the season goes on. Last year's a lot of new faces coming in at the end of the year. I come back in for game 1 of the playoffs. It's just a lot of things moving around, so I like where we're at this time of year. I'm excited to get it started.
Corey, then Pat.
Nate, Jared just said that, you know, it was pretty clear that the special teams were an issue against Dallas. You have a new person in charge of power play. Just how much did you think about what happened with the power play over the summer, and what sort of changes, if anything, do you expect?
I don't know. I haven't talked much to Dave yet. I know we're going to meet this week. I don't know his thoughts. Yeah, it was a tough first round for sure. You know, couldn't get a ton going. Yeah, it's hard though. You know, since we got Marty, I think we were actually like in the 20s, and then we went up to 8th after we got Marty. So our power play was really good, and we got to figure out why. You know, why we couldn't convert more and create more chances. And you know, it starts with me. I have the puck the most, and you know, I didn't do enough to create. So definitely learned from that, but there was a lot of positives in the regular season. Yeah, Dallas did a good job. You know, there's 2 teams, but we definitely need to create more for sure.
Pat.
Gabe, kind of a two-parter for you. The first part is basically, you had that kind of a comeback hanging over your head. How's it nice to just go into the season, just your regular season again, and how are you going to manage yourself through the season and maintain your health?
Yeah, to answer your first question, really excited to just have an off season in the bank now and going into training camp as if I'm just anybody else on the team. So really exciting and kind of enough of what was going on last year. It was, I understand why there was so much talk about it, but at the same time now it's nice to just come to work and try to play as well as I can to help the team win, right? I think in terms of managing it, we got 7 games out of it last year, so we don't really know what the managing exactly looks like over an 82-game schedule plus. So it's going to be something we just continue working on as we go through the season, but I expect to be feeling good, and I expect to be playing, and I expect to be playing a lot. So, recovery and everything else that goes into this off the ice is going to be important, as it always is, and nonetheless, looking forward to getting the season started.
Over here, Rod, then Troy.
Got the mic.
Thank you.
For both of you, when did the sting of the way last season ended fade? If it hasn't, how much does it drive you for this season?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it hasn't. It still hurts. It still hurts for sure. I really think we have most of our team back, but I thought we were good enough to win last year, and you're not going to win every single year, even with the same team. But like Landy said, lots of things going to fall into place. Obviously, special teams kind of lost us that series overall. Thought 5-on-5 we were a very, very, very good team. So definitely that was the issue. But I don't know how much negativity can really drive you for the next 9 months. I think we're trying to be positive and look at it from just a new chapter, new challenges throughout this season. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It's a long year. It's a grueling year with the Olympics too. So it's going to be a lot of hockey. So definitely hurts. I'm sure that game will always hurt. But going forward, I don't think it can really motivate you in the right ways if you're trying to win.
Troy, and then Will.
Gabe, you came back from an injury no one else has. You've won a cup. Nate's won an MVP and a cup. Is the motivation to win another cup based on legacy, the window of this group? How do you approach it? Because we talk about the Nuggets in terms of the window and the Cole. Is that how you guys see it? That to validate everything done, you need another championship, or how do you approach it in the room with the group, this core group of guys that have been together for a bit?
I mean, I think first of all, I think the motivation comes from the inside, right? Like intrinsic motivation, I think just is what drives us every day. And yes, the end goal is to win another Stanley Cup and hopefully win multiple, right? I think that's why we keep doing this, and this is why we keep trying. This is why I didn't grind my ass off for 3 years to come back and just be a part of the team. You try to win, and we want to put another banner up in the building, but ultimately, I think what you think about is sharing that bond with those guys and winning it with the teammates. I mean, I think when we all went through it in 22, it's the bonds that you create, it's the grind to get there. And the feeling at the end is great, but it doesn't last. Scotty Scheffler talked about it this summer. It doesn't last very long, and it's a road to get there. And I think at the end of the day, we've got a bunch of guys on the team that haven't been there yet, and we'd love to get those guys over the hump and be the last team standing. So nonetheless, I think we're a very hungry group. We're probably as motivated and as excited as we've been in a long time, and that's a good way to start the season.
Do you sense that, Nate, that hunger, because you talked about it's kind of feels like a championship or bust mentality with you? Do you feel that with this group? I mean, does it feel a little different with this group?
Yeah, like I said, it just feels like we're more solidified. There's no wondering which is great, and there's no holes in our lineup. And yeah, I mean, the playoffs are a long ways away. We have to enjoy this grind coming up, but I feel like we can build our game to where we need to be, try to make it as perfect as possible throughout this season. And yeah, I think you know, you don't just want to win one. I think with this group we have, and the talent and the great pieces we have, if we only got one, it'd be tough. So we're looking to have a great season, and yeah, I mean, the goal is to win, obviously.
Will then Bailey.
You guys have mentioned the playoffs are a long ways away, but obviously Game 7 in Dallas, that third period sort of spiraled. Maybe it would have been different here, maybe not. I guess how critical is it to pursue a 1 seed and make sure that Game 7's there here in Denver?
Yeah, no doubt. I don't know if our Game 7 record at home ice is that great either. I don't know. I think you obviously want to just win as many games as you can throughout the regular season, right? And you want to get as high of a seed as you can going into the playoffs. You're going to run into tough opponents no matter what, and whether Game 7 or a deciding game is on the road or at home. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As you can tell, we kind of dominated Game 7 until 12-minute mark in the third. So you just got to play your best hockey when the best is required, really.
Bailey, go ahead.
First one for Nate. Wondering with Gabe spending so much time off the ice, I'm wondering how you kind of saw yourself grow, not only as a player but as a leader in the room. And then during Bednar's availability, the word urgency was used. And with seeing how much the guys have shown up leading into training camp, I'm wondering, as leaders on the ice, what that kind of says about this group that you have here.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always try to lead by example. I try to do everything I possibly can to not have a bad game, and that takes a lot of time and little things. And some of the guys have picked up on some stuff and they like it. And I don't know. You have to ask them, I guess. Maybe they all hate me. I don't know. Yeah, I think the urgency. Obviously, we're urgent. There's lots of urgency. I think we also need to find, the why things spiraled in the third period. I think, the urgency was there. It wasn't like we didn't want to win. So I think there's things we can learn from: composure, taking a breath, relaxing a bit when things do get a little hairy like that. So, but yeah, easier said on this podium than in the arena there. So, but yeah, obviously, there's always urgency, I think, and the group we have, there's not one guy on the team I don't think that didn't work hard this summer, doesn't feel motivated. I think everyone is pumped to be here. There's a great energy around this group right now. In the couple weeks, we've been around each other, so yeah, definitely fortunate to have a team like this.
Corey, then we'll finish up over here.
Gabe, what was your summer like? Just the first time that you've had a summer of, I guess, maybe normal, getting ready for a season?
Yeah, it was a good summer, and then we welcomed our third baby to the family as well early on. So that was great, and obviously added another layer of things to the to-do list on an everyday basis. But it was really good, and everybody's healthy. Family's been great. So I think the biggest change was probably just a little bit of a weight off your shoulders, right? And knowing that you were able to play. There wasn't that constant question of, are you going to be able to do this? Are you going to be able to play? Or are you going to be able to play at that intensity that's required? So some of that has been lifted off my shoulders, but at the same time, it's the hunger to come back better, and the hunger to come back and still kind of that chip on your shoulder of wanting to continue to get better, and as an individual, but also as a team, right? I think that fuels you, and it's been a good off season, and I'm excited to be back at work.
Megan.
Gabe, I've seen some clips online of a Survivor Challenge hosted at your house. It looked like a lot of fun, but I imagine it's a really great team building event as well. Can you tell me a little about it?
Yeah, it was just a theme for a team party to get together and divide up into teams and
Some inappropriate questions were asked
Yeah.
by your wife.
Yeah, trivia was a part of it. There were some team challenges, some individual challenges. Really, just Melissa and I were just putting our heads together over the summer of what we can do that's a little bit different, and yeah, I think we all had a lot of fun. Yeah, just to kick it off, like we talked about, we've got some new faces, but also some guys that came in throughout the end of the year last year. Hard timing wise to get the team together much off the ice, so this was a good way to get together before the season starts.
Last one's Eric.
I guess Brent wanted you guys have had veterans join the group before, but Jared Bednar described Brent Burns as someone that draws the crowd on the ice, off the ice, squat rack, like whatever it is. And does that include for you guys, for the core of the team, to have someone like that and to be able to lean on him?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, definitely he's a great storyteller. We hear about his ranch and all his different animals. It's crazy, his lifestyle, a little different than mine. But he's a great personality to have. Seems like an awesome guy. Loves hockey so much. At his age is pretty cool. His 22nd season, so not many teams have the luxury of having someone like him. So I think for our group, especially when Landy was gone, we needed more voices. So with Landy back, having Burnsy in the room, I think it's great. It's going to be great for our room and just the everyday grind of NHL.
Hey Eric, we're in the middle of the press conference. Well, he'll call you back. Okay. All right. Bye, Eric. Bye.
Sorry. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Whose phone was it?
That's mine.
We'll take $5 at the next press conference.
I thought that was yours.
Coffee for everybody, Pat.
That was my brother.
Thanks.